Hello, and welcome back to the 100 game analysis of Guardian. Our last run was a Snecko swap, turned into a very specialized attacking deck, of course with some brace involved. Not really much to say about this one other than the fact that this is not what my usual Snecko runs look like. You know, you usually take a bunch of 2 costs that are like big attack, big block. I'm thinking like roll attack, shield spikes, that kind of stuff. So this was a pretty interesting run for me. Getting a bunch of unique stuff, getting the bubble burst to work with gems, since I don't think I've had those since maybe episode 1. I don't remember if I took them episode 1. I do remember a lot of strong stuff happening there. Anyways, we were able to get a lot of strength with the Shuriken, with the Guria, with mutagenic strength. I watched back the video and noticed a ton of mistakes that I made, and like I said in the last video, it was just kind of having an off day, but thankfully everything worked out. So, also a novelty, Twin Slam was not upgraded for once. It stayed unupgraded the whole game. So yeah, if you want to see all the mistakes, check out the spreadsheet. Under notable moments, there is a list of moments in the game where I took note of for like special decisions, and of course noting my mistakes. Seeing where the play could have gone better is a lot easier in hindsight than in the moment. But of course I'm always trying to improve. Always trying to make it so that, you know, it doesn't have to be in hindsight. Alright, let's get ready. Let's get into run number 13. Okay, are we actually going to be able to use the strength gem today? Or will we end up with another Snecko swap somehow? Oh, I guess not. We're up against Ironclad, which means I'm not swapping. As I mentioned in previous videos, but I'll mention again, Ironclad 1 is a very strong opponent. Kind of a mix between an elite and a boss. You want to kill him very quickly, and he hits very hard. Taking a boss swap means that you won't be seeing a lot of the power until near the end of Act 1. And it'll still be a scaling type of power rather than a power that's equipped to take elites. At least when you low roll. When you roll into 4 energy most of the time, you're going to be pretty good in Act 1. But I do not want to take the risk. So now we have to make a decision on what we're going to take for our starting bonus. Remove a card is always solid, I think, on any character really. Obtain 100 gold, or lose all gold for more max HP. This especially is interesting because it allows you to go harder in Act 1 against elites. More HP to spend means more opportunities to get stronger. So take a look at our map. Looks like we have 3 elite routes if we head to the right side through this campfire. Looks like the first half of the act is a little bit tough though, as you will only hit the campfire here if you go for a 3 elite route. Yeah, no matter where you go. That being said, at the start of the map, we have 1 route that has 4 fights, and that is usually good enough to get started through the game. So I'm definitely fine with taking this route, going through this elite, and then making a decision here on which one to go to, depending on how well we did. And then, of course, maybe even hitting a late act shop. That, in fact, looks really enticing for a great power-up. By the end of the act, if we get through all of these, this is an average of 60, 90, 105. Depending on this, it's either 105 or 135. We'll go with 105 for now. 100 is 135 again. 165 plus our starting gold, so we'll be in this shop with about enough to get an uncommon relic if we really want it. Usually I don't buy uncommon relics because they're overpriced, but if I got a singing bowl, I would heavily consider it. And there are a few uncommon relics. Horn Cleat would be another really good one. For further bailout options, we could just go this way at the end of the act. Yeah, this looks fine to me. Also, these 2 options become a lot more obvious whenever there's not a shop at the beginning of the act. It's a lot harder to take 100 gold because you're not going to get an early game benefit from it. and it is easier to give up your gold for an HP benefit, which would actually benefit us quite a bit. Even if we hit the late act shop, we'll still be walking in with about 165 gold, which is enough for a common relic, and usually common relics are very well priced in shops. Also, I would be able to afford a card remove and another card or a potion. So even if I took this option, I would still be pretty set for that shop. So I don't think I'm going to be taking this 100 souls, just because I want to be able to get through the early game. And if I can get through the early game, then I can get very strong very quickly. So it's a question of, do I take the max HP or do I remove a card? Gaining 14 max HP is at least 14 real HP. That'll take us up to 86, which means that resting will be 25 HP, I believe, maybe even 26, depending on how the rounding works. I still don't have confirmation on that. So 26, that would be how much more than normal? 5 more than normal, it seems? 4 or 5 more. So a rest might get me, so if I have to rest during the act, this will have benefited me for about 19 HP. Which I think is really, really good. 19 extra HP sets us at around 84 to go through the act with. That may or may not be enough. There's also remove a card. Remove a card means I can get rid of one of these strikes, especially in the early game whenever Guardian is weaker than usual, due to the fact that there are only 4 defends in the deck. It makes it difficult to defend against something like Jawworm. And also because we will not be socketing our Ruby, it may even be more beneficial to remove a card than usual. This is a tough decision. I think there is some consideration for the fact that if we get lucky, this 14 max HP is probably not going to do much for us. And by getting lucky, I mean just in Act 1. After that, I'm not too concerned with our max HP, unless we were to get super unlucky. Usually, I don't see myself getting too punished for not having a lot of max HP in the end game. Maybe it's partially because we got the blue key break as an option for 10 more max HP. So I guess that does make this a little bit worse than usual, doesn't it? Because by the end of the game, we'd be going from 82 to 96 rather than 72 to 86. So I'm going to go with my gut here and go with remove a card. We're going to remove a strike, even though I have a Ruby. I think it is better for survivability in the early game. And we're going to go here. And since I finally got the opportunity to not socket this Ruby, I will explain. I have explained in earlier episodes, but in case you're just joining us or missed that episode in some fashion, the reason I don't socket the Ruby is because putting it in Twin Slam and having it unsocketed is about the same result. Paying 0 energy for 2 strength versus paying 2 energy for 4 strength ends up being about the same damage. For example, if I draw a hand with Ruby, Twin Slam, and a strike, that is a total of 7 plus 7 plus 8, or 22 damage. And if I have Twin Slam socketed with Ruby, that's 5 plus 7 plus 10, which is 12 plus 10, and also 22. Did I say 22 the first time? I don't remember. It sounds wrong. It was 22 the first time, and it's also 22 the second time. Go back and check my math, you'll see that that's the case. So yeah, that's why I don't want to socket the Ruby. I think there's also better places to put it, like in the zero-cost attacks, just the zero-cost cards, and Vent Steam especially. So let's grab an upgrade here. Another really nice thing to do is still upgrade Twin Slam anyway, just in case you get multiple gems that you want to socket by that campfire. And also, 4 extra damage in your deck is very nice. Very good for early survivability. I don't mind the fact that I don't need the gem space immediately. Alright, let's take on some fights. Jawworm turn 1. I'm going to attribute this to the fact that I removed a strike. But seriously, it does increase your chances of getting better draws against fights exactly like this. Jawworm especially is very scary. I'm going to play Curl Up. I could risk on getting a defend, but on a turn that I get Curl Up, I don't have to worry about block. Okay, maybe I do have to worry about draw like this. Jeez. Alright, still losing out 7 health to Jawworm. I guess it could be worse. I don't really need... Actually, I do need to go to defensive here. Just so I block for next turn. John could be attacking for 22. Nope, still 17. But I think it's dead. Yeah. Alright. Wasn't the best thing in the world. Charge Up. Or Piercing Hide. Charge Up is a card that does not give you any immediate benefit, but it does give you permanent strength and block. Well, not permanent block. Permanent strength and 8 block on your next turn. And the strength is obviously good against Ironclad. You still need to scale up some, even though it's essentially a pseudo-elite. You need to kill it fast. That being said, it is a very weak card. I would definitely consider it one of the lowest tier cards. Because its effect is not is very underwhelming. There's also a case for Repulsor here. I think it might be a bit early to take it. It's a great card for handling Ironclad, but it's very speculative. The only fights it's good for are sentries, and maybe in a slime fight if you can afford to use 2 energy when you're stuck on 3 energy. It's overall just kind of tough to take. Also, since we took 7 HP damage, taking another block card this early to help to stop us from leaking HP is nice. Mostly since we don't have any other choices. If I had an attack here, I would definitely consider it. So I think I'm going to go with this. Maybe there's a world in which Repulsor can be taken. I don't really want to take that risk, though. Alright. Cultist is a fight where it can be scary if you don't kill it fast enough. I don't think Guardian has as many problems as Silent when it comes to killing Cultist. Yeah, check this out. Exact lethal. Nice. Ooh, okay. So there are some gem options for our Twin Slam now. Oh, by the way, our Ruby can go into Piercing Hide. I don't mind paying 1 energy for temporary strength as long as we're gaining block in the process. It does mean we'll do less damage in a turn on average, but having safety is really nice. I do really want that Amethyst for Twin Slam. That being said, it would be worse than an Aquamarine Dex combo, I think. Maybe not. Maybe Ironclad 1. I know Ironclad 1 hits a decent amount. And on top of these, there's also the fact that Floating Orbs is going to help us with our damage. Oh, we also have a Ruby for that too. Like, taking one of these gems, going into an elite fight without being able to sock it is kind of scary. Especially since you're not taking damage cards. So we might just be forced into taking Floating Orbs. Although I really like Amethyst and a little bit less, to a lesser extent, Aquamarine, I think I don't miss them enough to pass on a damage card this early. There will be plenty of opportunities to find better gems later. Or gems that are just as good, rather. Looks like I will be full blocking. Might as well. They'll come out by the time we shuffle anyway. So we're not actually losing the card, and it doesn't matter. Okay. Prismatic Spray is funny, but does nothing for us right now. One of its major weaknesses. I really hope that it and Prismatic Shield, I don't remember what that one is called. The one that blocks, it's the block equivalent of this, just gets to do their thing 3 times without gems. But then again, that's just a preliminary idea. All right, Temporal Strike is great for this early. Maybe a little bit difficult with our dubious Stasis at this point, but whenever it hits, it'll be a 0-cost card. Because it'll refund an energy, and that's great with strength, at least when we can use it. I don't think we can afford to pass up a damage card here, and I don't think Incinerate is the card we want either. I think this has more potential, although I'm not the biggest fan of this card. In terms of flavor, this card is cooler, but this card is definitely better in general. So I'm going to take it, and hope that it pays off. We do have a Flex Potion now, which is great. Okay. The refund didn't matter there, but that's alright. Now we're vulnerable and being hit for 21. So that's fun. We can save 9 HP here by using the Flex Pot, I think. 12, 12. No, it's not enough. So we're going to take our damage here. This is the price I pay for taking 4 early hallway fights rather than just 3. Sometimes you can get smacked around by hard hallway fights such as this one. I think it is still worth it. We'll have to see as the series progresses whether I hold that opinion. Not getting the greatest options here. Although Tourmaline is not terrible for Twin Slam. Can definitely help with our damage situation if we want it to. Going into our next elite. Maybe Clone is the answer. It's a little weird this early. I'm generally not a fan of it. But getting a cloned card in for Temporal Strike to cost 0 may be completely necessary. Also, having 15 cards going into this elite is important as well. I think it is slightly better than Tourmaline. Alright, we're going to do this. And it looks like we're probably going to have to go to this unless we get really lucky this fight. Alright, we did get Knob. Oof. Not a great turn 1 hand. Was definitely hoping for Curl Up this turn. Because if you get hit, in order to go into defensive, you get extra block. That being said, I think we'll still be okay next turn. Do this, it blocks for 2. Which means that we're 1 off from going into defensive with Curl Up. Yeah, we can't afford that. Also, I think we have to use the Flex Potion now. Maybe not, actually. We'll have Floating Orbs next in a couple turns. And that could lead to a bigger turn, damage-wise. So I'm willing to risk. Definitely want to play this, though. Also, I want to play damage rather than clone. Alright. Thank you, Starting Relic, for the extra block. Okay. This can't kill, right? At least by itself. 21, 27, 31, yeah. And we have 5 hits here, so that'll go up to 56. Okay. Could use a potion. Bag of Prep is great. We now have a choice between Amber and Shield Charger. I don't think we can take on this elite, so we can definitely go to the Campfire to socket our Amber and Twin Slam. Twin Slam especially is great for Amber, since it accelerates twice. Shield Charger is the other card I'm looking at here, of course. It is a great block engine. Doesn't feel like it does too much in the Ironclad fight. Feels like it runs out while you're still trying to race your damage. Meanwhile, Stasis Shenanigans could, in fact, be a great way to kill Ironclad quickly. I'm going to go with taking the Amber here. I'm not sure which is correct there. Shield Charger might have been the safer option for the rest of the act. I am going to take Ceramic Fish. That's going to be great for our shop here, actually. This is going to be more damage than 7 here on Twin Slam. We may not get a great hand next turn, so I'm going to do this. Okay, well, not only did we get an okay hand, this guy wasn't attacking. Can we get the... Oh, that's right, it doesn't run. I forgot. Maybe we get our other curl up now? Or maybe we just get a kill. And there's Tourmaline again. Planning may actually be what we're looking for here. I may choose to put Ruby into the planning instead of into Piercing Hide. I think Piercing Hide has slightly better options. Maybe they're about the same, it's hard to tell. I don't think Suspension is the answer. We don't have anything that needs to go into Stasis. We just want raw power. And this counts as card draw against Ironclad because if it puts any statuses into Stasis, it just draws through them. Alright, let's take our planning. Let's head here. Let's put the Amber into Twin Slam like I was planning. I guess that could have also gone into planning. I don't think that would have been the greatest option, though. Getting Accelerate on something that you know is going to be into Stasis is a good idea, but it won't bring anything out of Stasis unless it already costs 0. So Ruby, now we got to choose between Planning and Piercing Hide. Planning, other good gems to put in are the Ward, or the Quartz, or in some cases Citrine. That would be the Draw and Energy gems. Piercing Hide, you can use the Draw gem and the Energy gem. Onyx is also on the table. That being said, this card does a lot of things kind of mediocre that you don't really need to add to. Like, you don't want to put... You could put a ward in this, but you don't have to since it already blocks. You could put Thorns in it, but that's kind of just to add to what it's already doing. I put Sapphire in there a couple runs ago, and it was very underwhelming. Maybe it is better to just put the strength into Piercing Hide, because a lot of gems that I could get go better in planning. Also, planning as a card makes us less safe in the turn that we draw it, because we'll have less chance of drawing block cards, which you could argue means that strength would be good, because on the turns that you're most vulnerable, you'll at least be able to do a lot of damage. That being said, I'd rather have something to make this card safer. I'm going to go with what I originally planning and just put this in Piercing Hide. And I'm going to rest. Okay. How do we play this fight? I think we have to take a bit of damage. If I play Twin Slam here, 9 plus 2 from Thorns is 11, so we'll be able to get a kill with a strike next turn. Either one of these attacks. Hopefully we draw one. I think that's worth doing. And they are all attacking, so that was important to do. I guess I clone curl up. Seems reasonable. Then we'll go into defensive when we get attacked here once. They're both 6 damage. Alright. Temporal Shield, Emergency, Recover. Having just taken a planning, that makes it a little bit harder to take these other options. I don't think emergency is that great right now, since the maximum of anything will be in stasis, it will be 2 turns. So it's just accelerate twice. Recover could be good, in the Ironclad fight especially. That could be worth doing. I think Twin Slam accelerating will help out with any stasis clog that we encounter. So I am willing to actually take this. Still gotta find ways to beat the boss. And fights like this, wow. Alright. We need something for Temporal Strike. That is not what I had in mind. Well, still get it out of stasis. We definitely have to target Gremlin Wizard here. Or maybe I could just use the Molotov, that's not the greatest potion. And we don't know whether this is Sentries or Laga. So yeah, I'll just do this. We're gonna take out that Gremlin next. In fact, we're just gonna go into defensive right now. We're not gonna take damage for the rest of the fight. In theory. We even full blocked. Does that mean we could have taken that on? Maybe. I'm not sure. Time Sifter's here. Also Emerald, if I feel so inclined. To put that into planning, I guess. Not Twin Slam. We already have something else in Twin Slam. You know what? Time Sifter doesn't sound like such a terrible idea, even though we have Twin Slam. We'll take it. I'm gonna rest again. Okay, so now we gotta plan what we're gonna do here. I'm feeling like cloning Curl Up just to be able to go into defensive easily. I do still want to do this. This could be a big damage turn if I wanted it to be. I don't think that's what we're looking for, though. I am going to play this and recover. Just for extra brace. Don't want to play Curl Up yet. I want to use it next turn so I get 20 block and then 10 block on the next attack turn. Or maybe I just use Piercing Hide and recover. I also want to do damage this turn. Alright, let's do this. And then recover. Probably want to just get rid of a defend from the draw pile. We'll be fine block-wise. Get back a strike. It's definitely hoping for Piercing Eye this turn, but that's okay. We still got it. Okay, 16 left. We draw both our curl-ups here and I guess one more stasis card. Yeah, we didn't hit it. That's too bad. Use a potion here to save potentially 14 HP. How did this happen? Why are we so... Would like to play this, but I'm missing space in my hand. I guess they're zero cost cards, so they shouldn't really matter. Alright, give me something good. Garnet. Quartz. Sapphire. Yeah, that puts me in defensive. Do we need to? No, we do not. Okay, 14 HP saved. We got a Vajra, that's great. Another Piercing Hide does not seem as great. Neither does Armored Protocol, honestly. Skip these. We're gonna fight the Merchant now. We're gonna hope that there's something good in here. I'm glad that was part of the plan in the first place, though, I'll be honest. Okay. We're gonna hope this combo does something. What we do know it did is this, though. Can do that. We can only block for 5 here. Wow. Drew all of our block cards in the wrong turn, except for this one. I think we want to... Do we want to clone Floating Orbs? I don't think it matters. Maybe we clone Second Slam. That makes a lot more sense. And I'm going to just play Floating Orbs instead. Okay, so now, since both of these have 1 turn left in stasis, that means whatever I recover will come out immediately, because of Time Sifter. I think a great thing to bring back is the Strength Gem Piercing Hide. And maybe we'll get another combo here of some kind. We got Twin Slam there? Okay, so we can use oh wait, we can't use Second Slam because we only have one Accelerate at our disposal. That's too bad. Guess we can just still do it anyway. Alright. Speed Boost. Another Accelerate card. We might be okay already, though. Maybe I want Charge Core instead. Or Pre-Program. Pre-Program's really strong. I think I'd rather have Pre-Program. More control over the deck means more control over the fight. There's Onyx, but we can't socket it. Nor would we be able to put it in Piercing Hide. There's Repulsor. I'm probably going to buy that. This is another good uncommon. Whenever you enter a rest site, begin the next combat with a prepare card that costs 0. There's no rest sites coming up before the boss, though, and we need something from the boss. Sentry Blast is great, provided we get it on the right turn, of course. Repulsor, like I said, I think I'm just going to buy. We could take Bottled Black Hole, just put whatever card we want into stasis immediately. I think it's a little early for that. If I had taken the Shield Charger earlier, I probably would take that and put it in. This Crystal Ray is currently doing 14 damage. I think overall we take Repulsor, Sentry Blast, card remove, and a potion. Vent Steam is a thing as well, I guess. It's all sale as well. We'll save Repulsor first. Repulsor will help so much in the fight. We have floating orbs, so we don't need strikes as much, and I would definitely like our defense to be in the deck. This is 105, leaving us with 76. We wouldn't have enough for Gambler's Brew, but I'd probably just want a Dex Potion anyway. Vent Steam, Sentry Blast, Dex Potion. Vent Steam is kind of hard to use in Ironclad as well, in my experience, because it requires you to have attack cards within a certain time frame. Maybe it's easier with all our stasis stuff. I think we absolutely take Sentry Blast. I think we absolutely take a Dex Potion. So it literally is just Vent Steam or Skip. And I think I'm going to go with Skip this time. And let's maybe get a good card from this fight. Clone Piercing Hide? Yeah, let's do it. Then I guess we recover Piercing Hide immediately as well. Alright. Give me Twin Slam, please. I'd like to be able to block this turn. Game. Like, come on. Why did you give me literally all of my block cards on turn 1? I don't understand. That's gonna hurt going into Ironclad. Really sucks. All of these guys are one away from being killed too. That's funny. Alright. Oh, we got our kill. 54 block. Insane. Fire Pot. Maybe that'll help? Is a reroute? I don't think there's anything absolutely necessary to reroute. Temporal Shield, maybe? Yeah, okay. There's a lot of blocking here that I would usually take, more than I would usually take, but we'll have to see if it works. Just gonna drink this immediately. Okay, we can clone Sentry Blast? Maybe not necessary. In fact, maybe even detrimental to do that. Because it'll take up 2 stasis slots permanently. We already have Sentry Blast on the correct turn. Next turn we'll have the Weaken. Although he'll already be weakened, so maybe it's not as important. It would be, I guess, a source of damage over time. I think cloning Curl Up is more important here. It's a powerful card. Get our scaling in immediately. I will take 1 damage. Maybe. Yeah, it's either take 1 damage or... It's 1 damage, it's just brace or strike. I'm gonna do Curl Up. Okay, I'm glad I did that, because I drew no block cards this turn, again. Alright. Sentry Wave, Defend, Floating Orbs, and Curl Up. Hit the strike, please. Okay. I guess 50-50 was too much to ask. At least all the time it would be. Time Sifter is great. Pre-program. Okay, I get to draw Repulsor immediately. I'll put Defend into Stasis. And yes, I am putting that into play absolutely immediately. Do I want to play Planning here? I don't think so, because that would shuffle the draw pile without these key cards. Yeah. Also, it would get rid of our Sentry Wave, Sentry Blast. Those are important still. Okay. That got rid of a Dazed. That's great. Let's get that back. We have no damage this turn. We have both our curl-ups, though, which is good. Hitting a wound is less good. But now we will be able to go back into defensive immediately. We don't actually need to. It's important to note. Oh, also, Sentry Wave, Sentry Blast is actually making a damage combo for us. So now we get to do that. It's a draw card here? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. We full block here, that's good. Get to play Sentry Blast again. Now, do I want to play Time Sifter or Second Slam? If I don't play Second Slam, then this gets desynced on all the big attacks. Yeah, I think Second Slam is more important than Time Sifter here. Alright, we'll just wait for Piercing Guide to come back. It can stay 0 cost for now. I think we did miss out on a lot of damage that turn, but I would rather have the block on the correct turn. Alright, pre-program. Both of our curl-ups? If I play Planning? That seems less than ideal. And I don't have Time Sifter in play. I could put one into Stasis, though. That seems like a good play. And then we'd have something for Temporal Shield to draw cards with. Yeah, that seems sensible. He's weakening us a fair amount here. Not liking that. We may reach a point of stability with how much, with our exhaust. Gone into defensive now. Of course, I had no way of knowing that we'd draw the Piercing Hide, so it was important to keep the curl up. We have enough damage here. I'd like to save the Orb Slam, actually, so let's do this, 50-50. Yeah, okay, great. Now he won't have a lot of block for next turn. I'll be weakened again, but, you know, it's just how it is. Would I like to recover something? Maybe the curl up? Just get 20 brace immediately? 23 even? Okay. Don't hit curl up. Good. Alright, that's a good one too. So now I think this is a non-attack turn again. Or maybe it isn't. No, we already passed that. Okay, we're back to here then. Maybe I should have played Planning first to make sure that we actually could maybe get a block card of some kind. Instead, we're going to be taking 30. Yeah, we would have a block card there. That's a bit of a misplay. Glad we had the block, the Dex potion though. Our stuff is full. Okay, we went back into defensive, which is good. For the second hit. Oh, and we get to keep defensive for one more turn, which is great. Ironclad is currently under half HP. Will this be another block turn, or will this be an attack turn? I think it might be another block turn. Yeah, okay. This shuffles our draw pile, which I'm fine with. I don't think we're going back in defensive very easily. If I do this, we'll have it out by next turn, which is good because of Time Sifter. That costing 0 is important because of all the different stats it gives. Might as well just draw a card here. I want the chance of hitting Sentry Wave. Wow. I guess we just lose it then? Yeah, it looks like it might just be time to lose it. When it can't be put into stasis, it exhausts. Okay. Piercing Hide. Now I can recover something and Twin Slam it back out. We've got 32 damage incoming. I don't have enough damage this turn to kill. This is 14 and 9 is 23. So we need another 9 block card or somewhere around that. Actually, Piercing Eye would be perfect. Yeah. Gives us more strength to work with as well. Just for that one hit. We're going to defend out next turn for absolutely nothing. Did I do the math wrong there? Right, I didn't play the one defend. Okay. Alright. We're going to hopefully hit Piercing Hide. Nope. We're back in defense again. Which is good because this turn is another Immolate. That's exact block? That's great. I want this out as soon as possible. I don't want to draw a card here, I don't think. Maybe I do. I'll do it. Okay, planning is not ideal. Because if it hits key cards, we're not going to be able to get them out when we hit Piercing Hide. So I'm going to stick with this. I'd like to pre-program an attack of some kind, but I can't guarantee there will be one. We only have 2 attacks in the draw? Wow. I want it so that I can Twin Slam it out, so I can't play Twin Slam first. I could play Temporal Strike. Yeah, I have energy for that. Alright, give myself a better chance of getting an attack here. We got an attack. I'm weakened again? Wow. We might not make it. This might just be an Act 1 loss. Nope, we're still alive. And I'm winning the fight right now. Because this is 15 plus 9 plus 3. Which is 27, and we're not going to be able to kill next turn. So I'm ending it right now. Thank you, Firepot. Alright, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how I could have played that act better. Maybe I'll review the footage and maybe try to learn something from that afterwards. It was a tough act. Didn't really get a lot of great attack cards. So we had to make do with Stasis. That being said, we did win, so no huge complaint there. This is just not the kind of deck I like to play. Now we got a choice here between Citrain and Laser Turret. Citrain would be great in Twin Slam, specifically. In fact, that's probably exactly where it would go. 0 cost card. Actually, whatever we get from the boss chest, even if we get energy, I think it would still be good. Laser Turret is consistent damage. We have Floating Orbs to help with that already, and Sentry Blast to a certain extent. Also, it does make us weaker in the short term. It would just be there to solve damage problems. But with our block, we might not have them. At least going into Act 2. Over time, we're going to have problems, but I think we'll be able to find other solutions. I'm going to take the Citrain. Or is it the Ancient Construct? I guess I'll take a look at that. Ancient Construct would not give us permanent strength, it would give us 2 permanent thorns. Because that effect procs first, and would consume the artifact. And we have no other temp buffs in the deck. So yeah, it's Citrain. Alright, this is interesting. We can make use of our repulsor if we take makeshift battery. Extra energy every turn, and at the start of every turn, shuffle a slimed into the discard pile. Or just add one, because it doesn't matter whether it's shuffled or not. A revelation came to me about this relic recently, and how bad it is. At least using that as a metric for comparison, since a lot of people are scared of it. Myself included, honestly. It's not easy to evaluate the relic, and I know that curses and statuses are bad. But if you take a look at your deck and you know that you're drawing 5 per turn, you know that by the time you get to your shuffle, there will be 4 slimed in the draw pile, because we have 5 cards here, 5 cards here, 5 cards here. Oops, 5 cards here. So that's 4 draws before you shuffle, 4 slimes. And honestly, that's not too bad. It could be worse. I think with our deck, it would be bad if we had a repulsor. Maybe it didn't matter as much since we have Stasis. That helps a lot with card control. But yeah, putting that into perspective, plus having experience with the relic, it makes sense why it hasn't felt too punishing. 4 dead cards it does kind of suck, but by the time you get to your second shuffle and you've scaled up, those cards don't hurt as much. So having only 4 to deal with is not that bad. Maybe, like, if you compare to Slime Boss, who always shuffles 5, and then once you split, the smaller slimes all shuffle more slimes, that can feel overwhelming. This is not anywhere close to that level. So it is takeable. Maybe the best way to explain it is just take it for yourself whenever you're wondering if there's a better option or not, and then just try it. Maybe by later in the series I'll have a better explanation for why it's good. Empty cage here would be removing strikes, which could be good. It definitely helps going further into the act. Do we have much of a need for energy? Maybe not. So making the deck more efficient may just be a good idea. Especially since we just got Citrine, we now have Twin Slam, Planning, Temporal Strike, and Sentry Blast, and Pre-Program, all at 0 cost, plus a bunch of Stasis to help us with playing extra cards. It may just not be necessary. Also, Coffee Dripper, generally a good relic, but again, the energy might just not be needed. I think this will be a good empty cage for us. And I do want to remove 2 strikes here. So now we got to ask ourselves the question, are we taking elites? And to that I say, we do not have a lot of front-loaded damage to do so. I can definitely see us struggling against Book of Stabbing and Gremlin Leader specifically. Usually Slavers comes to mind whenever you're asking yourself about quick damage, but usually if you can get rid of one and have decent block, you can survive the other 2, especially since we have Repulsor. So I think there are worlds in which we can get rid of just one with a good potion, but when it comes to those other 2 fights, you need to have consistent damage, you need to have good scaling, and we don't have either of those. So those are the fights that I'm more afraid of. So I will be avoiding those, I believe. If we go down the middle here, we're forced into an elite, which may not be terrible. If we got cards by then, if we wanted to take this, though, we'd have to go through another elite. It's actually a really bad path if we want to get powered up, because our only campfire is there, so we'd have to go through 3 question marks in a shop, which can help, but also, like, you don't get any card rewards, if you're lucky. I guess from here you can, and we get to spend some gold, but there's also shops over here. And then, you know, there's no campfires anywhere else in the rest of the act unless you go through Burning Elite. So let's take a look at this left side. This left side definitely looks more forgiving. There's a late act elite instead of an early one. And we get to go through, we get the choice of either going through multiple events in a shop or through a couple of fights in the shop. And then we get to go down here We'll have to fight a bunch of fights at the end of the act, but as long as we power up sufficiently, we won't have to worry too much. That's an important consideration as well. Powering up sufficiently by this part of the act. If you take a bunch of question marks and just don't get any value from them, then you've survived the first half of the act, but then you're basically going into these fights as if it's the first half of the act anyway. You didn't get any more powerful. So I think we are going to take these first couple of fights at the top here. We could also go through merchants for extra opportunities of cards and I guess something good in the shop. Hitting 2 shops with this much gold is usually pretty bad, because if you buy something here, this shop is useless. Ceramic fish makes it a bit better, though. Which is another reason I decided to take these. Because the card rewards will likely give us some kind of gold bonus for the shop, which may make a difference. It's small, but, you know, every bit helps. Citrine and the Twin Slam, right? Yeah, I don't really want to put them in the 0 costs. Sometimes that's a good thing, sometimes you can end up whiffing on your turn with multiple discounted cards and then just not need the extra energy. I think mostly we would be putting Citrine into 0 cost cards if we had very expensive cards in the deck that we were looking to play, in which we would need the energy. I'm actually looking to put like a quartz in here, actually. Okay, yellow and orange gems in the Twin Slam. And we get a chance to upgrade. Usually whenever you come out of the Act Boss in Downfall mode, you have a good rare to upgrade, but we don't. So that's a bit of a problem. Let's see, what do we want to do then? We could also rest for 21. Okay, so it does round down at 72. That's good to know. We'll be at 77, so we lose 5. 77. No, it's 76. We lose 4. That's still most of our healing. We still heal for 16 out of 21, so we don't lose too much value. Could also recall immediately, although we wouldn't be able to break the key for a long time after those shops. So I think we still wait on that, unless we have literally nothing else to upgrade here. What's our stasis numbers looking like? I think Twin Slam's literally our only upgrade, so I'll just keep that in mind when looking. Got Brace 10, Brace 3, that's 13. 16, and that's it. We have 16 brace per shuffle. So if we want to get enough brace to go into stasis, we're probably going to need to clone one of those brace cards, or recover one with Time Sifter in play, or Twin Slam. Anyways, where my train of thought was going with that is if I upgrade Piercing Hide, it does. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Piercing Hide doesn't give you any more brace. Upgrading Recover gives you Brace 4, which puts you at 17. So all 3 of the brace cards that you bring back with Clone or Recover would put you into defensive mode correctly. So much better chances of being able to go in. Also, if we pick up another Brace 3 card, we'd be able to go in on the first shuffle without those shenanigans, which I will be keeping an eye out for that reason. Let's see. Floating Orbs costing 0 is actually really good. Being able to play that every time we see it to get that scaling damage is important for closing out fights. Especially something like Mystic and Centurion. I recently found out that the deck that they counter, which usually, they're usually very weak and very beatable, but the deck that they counter is a defensive one. And we are definitely looking more defensive than offensive right now. Although we do have some methods of damage. So we'd have to sacrifice an energy getting Floating Orbs, which means we sacrifice like 5 HP sometimes. Also, killing hallway fights quickly is important in Act 2. Anyways, so We might leak more HP than if we just didn't play the floating orbs. So I think this is a big consideration right now. It's just a question of whether we need brace more. I guess a downside of this is that if we get 4 brace cards that add up to 20, then we're going to have a really hard time going into defensive anyway, because you need to draw and play all 4 of those brace cards in order to be able to go into defensive mode. This is a time where that shield charger would have come in handy. Clone to accelerate is not necessary. Planning gives it another socket. Recover, of course, is the thing we just discussed. Time Stitcher becomes innate, not a choice in, not an option in Act 2. Pre-program is interesting because it scries 7 rather than 4. Repulsor gets a discount, which is not necessary right now. Sentry Blast gets brace every other turn, but it doesn't seem necessary either. And Temporal Shield draws 1 more, which is also not necessary. I think our Floating Orbs is our upgrade. Will it save more than 16 HP? I could see it happening. I could definitely see it happening. I think I will go with that. I think this is going to feel a lot better when upgraded. Having the power now will save us more HP later, I think. Okay. A turn is, I think, chosen for us. Okay, that going into there is not the greatest. Let's see. I guess planning goes in, because the Sender's Bane will come out and we'll have 2 slots open when this comes out at the same time. I think this is a good idea right now, because Twin Slam's not going to come out fast enough. Okay. I can either draw a card or use planning. If I... I guess there's no real way to change what happens here. I would like a block card. There's no way to manipulate this to make it more likely, though. We're getting Twin Slam out next turn, so I think it's better to just put stuff into... I think we do need to play Sentry Blast just for the sake of the week. Let's do planning first. Okay, that was a good one to hit. Draw me a block card. Great. Perfect. That's exactly what you want to see. Okay, maybe not exactly, because now we're getting this out, which is useless, but, you know. This is free damage. This is happening no matter what. And it doesn't change anything no matter what I put into Stasis, because this is just getting played anyways. Now I guess we play Sentry Wave. Yeah. So block most of the damage. Actually, we can just play Curl Up to block it all. Maybe we break the plated armor today. Get Clone out of the draw pile. We don't need it this fight. Let's bring back... Twin Slam. Now let's go into defensive. Please do your big attack next turn. Great. I have full block for that. So not having to worry about that is going to be good for us. Draw a card here. But I want to play Piercing Hide. It's probably better to draw a card, right? Okay, we got Time Sifter. Well, we wanted to do this anyways. And yeah, I'll put this in. Why not? Oh, right. That's why not. Oh well. I didn't realize that would shuffle. But it doesn't matter. Alright. Clone you. Oh boy, this is going to be a big damage turn. I think this is just a kill, in fact. Yeah. Okay, so we didn't break the plated armor today. We'll have to wait. Overload Plus. Very interesting. Do we need that? I don't see us needing that. We don't have a lot of energy. It being upgraded is definitely a big game changer. Although we only have Piercing Height to benefit from the debuff reduction. The fact that it only draws one card less next turn is not as big a deal. That being said, I think we're doing a lot of card manipulation with Stasis especially, so drawing a bunch of cards is not as great. We'll be wanting a lot of discounted cards rather than just a lot of raw cards. Do we want another Piercing Hide for more block? Maybe. I mean, the Thorns is slightly helpful. And, you know, another Brace 3 card is available for us to go into defensive. I think we skip, though. But if we take a card, we get more gold for the shop. Also, it makes us slightly more consistent. Let's take a look at our card types here. Out of 18 cards, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 block cards. Which means we draw, on average, like 2, if we're lucky. It's not a lot. We're whiffing a lot on our block if we only have that much. It's like 38.9% chance to get a block card every card or something. Yeah. So that multiplies to just under 2 cards. And of course that's without inconsistencies. I think one more block card will help us very much in the short term. We'll see if we can make something happen with these. I feel like there's potential here. I just don't see it yet. Maybe we'll get some sort of debuff reduction every turn or something. With an Onyx or something else. Do we hit up the 2 shops just in case? I am feeling that desperate, so I'm going to do it. We risk taking more damage from the merchant, but I think that's fine. Alright, we're gonna do all of our brace stuff. Put Sentry Blast in. Okay, we get this block card next turn, which is great because of Time Sifter. And also Sentry Wave. Draw a card here. Or we can play Planning. Maybe draw a card first. Maybe we get I was hoping for Piercing Tide. It's fine though. Temporal Strike? Yeah, we get that out next turn and we do more damage. Yeah. Then I'll play this. Okay, that was a good one to hit. Alright, we're gonna have a lot of damage here. What to clone? Twin Slam is basically better Orb Slam. I'm just now realizing those both have Slam in the name. It's appropriate. They both hit twice. Although that may change in the near future. Foreshadowing. Yeah, so we have a lot of energy this turn because of this. Might as well make this free. Okay, good damage turn. What are we going to get now? Nothing. Awesome. Okay. That was a pretty decent fight, actually. We did a decent chunk of damage that I wasn't expecting. Ruby Refracted Beam. Do we just take another Ruby for Piercing Hide to help us with our floating orbs and perhaps Twin Slam stuff? I don't think it's Refracted Beam. That just caught my eye, because it looks nice. It's a multi-attack. Usually by this point in the game, if I'm lacking damage, I take multi-attacks, but I can't here. That's just reaction. I don't mind another Rupee. I think it would actually be good for us. The question is, how much better can we do than that? I think with the sockets we have left, not much better. Because a lot of other good sockets we can, a lot of other good gems we can just put into these other ones. Onyx would be the only one I would be disappointed to miss. And even then, I could just put it in Temporal Strike. If I really wanted to, for some reason. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Now that if I have 2 chances with Piercing Hide to get Strength and Thorns on the same turn. Alright, I'll take the Ruby. We are going to a campfire soon, so I'm not going to be hurting too much when I draw that. Already fought Avocado too. Okay, Amethyst, Toolbox, Centennial Puzzle all catch my eye. Another Floating Orbs does too. What is our Act Boss? It's Watcher. Okay, so we only have a 1 in 3 of facing Silent in Act 3, which is good because Floating Orbs will hurt us in Act 4 because of the Thorns. Amethyst, since we have Twin Slam filled and don't have a Bobble Burst, it gets a lot worse. We could put it in a 0-cost card for safety, a little bit of safety, but I don't think it's worth 79 gold. I think this Toolbox is going to be genuinely very good for us. Extra draw is great and all, but this provides a level of utility that you can't get with this unless you have a good deck and energy. And we don't have either. So, other cards. Roll Attack is good. Roll Attack would help us go into defensive, absolutely. Guardian Roll, we don't have enough block for that, unless we go into defensive with our Starter Relic. It's very dubious. Floating Orbs already is good. I think we can get by with 1 for now, until we get a better idea of what we're doing with our deck. Panic Button, very good. Under consideration, I guess. Although it's too expensive to buy with a card remove at this point, so a lot less considerable. Potions, I don't think we need the Fairy Potion, we're not that desperate. Block Potion would be great. Attack Potion would be mediocre, I think, since we're not fighting elites. So it could be Panic Button, Block Potion. I think that's a little too safe, honestly. I think that Piercing Hide that we took actually helps quite a bit with our safety problems. So we don't really need to overcompensate with Panic Button and Block Potion. Although Panic Button I think is a good card. I've actually talked about Giga Beam before and how the stun can be worked around. Panic Button is actually very similar to that. Because it says you can't block for 2 turns, but it includes the turn that you play it. So you really only have to worry about it that turn and the turn after. Which means that just like Giga Beam, if you have a way to reduce debuffs, for example, you can not have to worry about Panic Button at all. Because you only have to worry about it the turn you play it. You can just play it last. Although I guess if you want a way to reduce debuffs, you have to play it before you reduce the debuffs. I don't think it's that big a deal. I think this is a very clear toolbox, at least for me. So yeah, we are going to end up at this shop without much. I forgot we had a ceramic fish. We could have actually afforded Panic Button card remove. I guess we should have thought about that more. What would I even want to remove here? Defenders are still okay at this point. We kind of need them. Yeah, I guess we wouldn't really have anything to remove quite yet anyways. So I think we still made the right decision. Do have to remember this, though. Remembering this in shops is one of the hardest things to do unless you're used to doing that. Hand of Greed? I mean, it's a lot of damage. One of the bad parts about Toolbox is that you can't see what you're drawing before you take a card. At least you can see the enemy intents, though. Like, we already knew that Chosen was going to debuff here, but now we know for certain. We do not have a lot of damage in our deck, and being able to kill Chosen before they scale up too far is very important, especially since our deck consists of a lot of skills. Stasis, in theory, will be able to help with that. In fact, we can even recover the Hand of Greed at some point to finish the job. I think we're going to do this half because I like it, half because we actually need it. That being said, we are a little bit low on energy this turn. Could we energy manipulate by playing Clone on Twin Slam, and then Twin Slam, bringing that out, and then we gain energy from that Twin Slam? I think we go even, because these go even by themselves, and then we'll gain one back from Twin Slam to pay for the Clone. Still a lot of damage. Even though we wouldn't be getting Hand of Greed out immediately, it would still be enough to maybe kill by the time we get back to it. Also, we have Floating Orbs this turn, so that's great. Okay. Give me the damage. Wait. No, we can't quite do what I was hoping to do. I was hoping to find a way to recover Hand of Greed and then play the Twin Slam, but there is just no way. Alright, so now we possibly have to get... Yeah, we're getting weakened here. Okay, so we gotta deal with that. We did play our recover, so we braced for 3, which means that if we... No, we don't have enough brace. Okay. We also didn't get Time Sifter, so there's no point in playing these brace cards, because we're not going to be able to go into defensive in time. So let's not put more dazes in the deck. Can we block enough here? Actually, I can just pre-program here. Okay, so we were going to draw Piercing Hide. Now it's a 50-50. I guess it was already 50-50, so nothing's changed. Oh, I can play Repulsor, I guess? Oh, that was the play, wasn't it? No, actually, we would have run out of energy. Okay, please give me the card. Thank you. Okay, we full block here. And we definitely have enough damage for Hand of Greed next turn. So we got the Ruby, we got the Thorns, we got everything. Wow, plus 20 gold. It's already starting to pay itself off, that's great. We went from 15 to 54 on one floor, and we might even get another one. I did consider Roll Attack before, now I don't have to pay for it. In fact, I get 9 gold for it, that's great. Oh, I wonder if I could have taken the Roll Attack with Ceramic Fish. My gosh. Oh, man. Okay. If I'd been able to buy the Roll Attack with the toolbox, that might have been worth doing. It would have had to be 24 gold or less. It might have been like 26 or 28, so not enough. Let's see. Do I want a Roll Attack or a Recover or to skip? One Recover has felt like enough so far. So I don't really want to take another Defend if I can avoid it. Also, Brace 3 cards are still kind of weak. Oops, didn't mean to escape again. Roll Attack I feel like is just going to be too hard to play sometimes, so I think we skip here. No gold. Panache? That's huge. Chrysalis is also a thing. 3 random skills though, and do Panache. Let's have some fun with Panache. In fact, I'd like to clone the Panache. We're not being able to play 5 cards this turn. Panache does not count itself. See, that counter still says 5. So even if I had waited to play clone, we'd still be at 1. That being said, now that we have 1 in play, it does stack. So now we have 20 damage and only 4 cards left. I don't want to take the risk here with Curl Up. Not yet, anyways. Okay, well, no, now it's not a risk, but you know what I mean. 20 damage. Okay. Now the question, do I want to use Strength Pot? Probably not. We're not even close to a kill here. I would only consider that if we were close. Is there any chance of me getting Twin Sun back out if I play it? I don't think so. I could get a Ruby back. It's not so bad. But I think getting a Twin Slam back is worth more. Okay. Okay. Let's make this last turn do a ton of damage. Perfect. Reprogram. All of those suck. Yeah, we can't do anything with this. Like, even if we did some big brain play, like Temporal Shield, bring it out with Twin Slam, use Planning to get these into stasis, and then draw a card, we still only get Recover. So... yeah, we might as well do that. And then afterwards, if we see a better play, I can at least make use of it. I guess it helps us get closer to our 5-card thing. Okay, that was over 100 damage this fight. That's great. Good job, Panache. And by 100 damage, I mean total. I think we got like 60 or 80 out of Panache. Ooh, there's Quartz. Yeah, I'll take that. Unless I want Shield Spikes? Ooh, that's a good card right there. Shield Spikes. Brace 8. Great way to go into defensive here. Maybe unnecessary with the number of block cards, though. I can definitely see Quartz being really good here. Quartz in pre-program especially means we can control what we draw. A little bit, anyways. We can only take one card out of the draw pile, so we'd either be drawing the first card or the second card. And even then, I might not want to put either of those cards into... I may not want to put the first card into stasis with pre-program. Yeah, I think we just take the Quartz. I don't think the Shield Spikes are necessary yet in this... oh, we could actually put this in Temporal Strike as well. And pre-program is better, I think. Okay, we can buy a Walker Claw. That's funny. Not the best relics to miss out to get, so I'm not too disappointed on missing out on these. Spending our gold at the first shop was definitely very good. It's technically only cost 16, so we get 32 gold. I think 16 would definitely be worth it. The question is it worth it in our deck? The answer is actually maybe. We have a strength already from Vajra. We're going to get another strength from the red key. We have 2 rubies and a strength potion. So overall, I can expect us to get up to 4 strength in a single turn pretty easily. So this is actually doing 27 damage for 2 energy. That's not terrible. Maybe not as high as I would like, though. That's like taking a Carnage plus. I guess if you're low on damage, you take a Carnage plus, huh? I guess another consideration would also be, like, energy problems. Right now, this card is probably doing closer to 24 damage, which is still respectable. Like, you get the Ruby and the Piercing Hide, and then you play that card, and that's it. It's still very respectable. Maybe it's worth taking here. We're about to head to later in the act, and we need something. Yeah, I'll buy it. And we're going to keep going left. Alright, gem time. Ruby goes in the piercing hide. I don't think it changes. I would not want to put... I don't think I would want to put the quartz in the piercing hide. It becomes like a shrug it off, which is good, but I don't think with 3 energy that's our best option. I think it's better to put it into 0 cost. Temporal Strike counts as a 0 cost. I think pre-program is still our best because it gives us the most manipulation over what we draw, and therefore the most safety with our quartz. These two, we would just be hoping for something good. And I guess if you're going to hope, you might as well just wait for an Aquamarine to show up. So that's going in there. Now we have 42 HP. We have the opportunity to upgrade something. This is a great candidate right now because it gets another hit. It's 20 damage plus the 3 from each hit. That's 32. It's actually very respectable damage. It would be between that and recall and I guess rest as well. Toolbox is helping out, so I don't think we need to rest immediately. I think upgrading is really good for us right now. I don't think we're good enough to take this elite. So we're probably going to go through... We're going to go through here just to make sure. Maybe we get some god tier relic in here. Oh wait, we have to take the key for that. Anyways. We go left. Hit this campfire. Then another fight, then an elite. Well, resting certainly isn't going to get us any further. If we lose HP, we're going to rest at the next fire anyways. And I think with over 40 HP, we'd be able to take that last elite. Although we still have the rest of this to go through. Maybe it is necessary to rest here. We do have a lot of block cards, which help a bit. I don't know, tough decisions. I think we can at least make it through to here before making our decision. Or I guess to here if we want to do that. That's also an option. So yeah, I'll upgrade now. Walker Claw. We're going to have to go through these again because not all of these are great options. I know the curl up isn't really the answer. I guess it could be because it puts us into defensive faster. I don't think we need to do that. What does this do again? +2 block and 1 temporary thorns. That's so low. Clone, accelerates, not necessary. Recover braces for more and blocks for more, not necessary. This scries for more, which is still not necessary. I think this would be more necessary if we had something that we really wanted to put into stasis, but we don't. It's just for value right now. Repulsor doesn't matter still. Time Sifter, no. Sentry Blast, no. Temporal Shield is a maybe. I think Walker Claw is still our best upgrade here. We use the Strength Pot to get through the elite. We're going to be grateful for this upgrade right now. Okay, I was thinking for some reason, like, at this campfire, in my head, I was also thinking, like, what if we got something that upgraded this card? And for some reason, I thought Molten Egg, but I'm like, no, Molten Egg is future cards. I don't know how I predict stuff like that. Anyways, event. Upgrade 2 cards for a curse, or just one random, or not one random card, just 1 card. I don't think we have upgrades good enough to warrant a curse, so I'm going to upgrade 1 card. Well, now I got to pick something else here. What did I say was good as well? Temporal Shield? Yeah, Temporal Shield's not bad. Get 2 draw instead of 1. Like, with our 3 energy, it's not amazing, but it's still worth considering. I guess we could think of Repulsor now, just in case the elite fight is Slavers. I'm going to go with no on that, though. I'll upgrade Temporal Shield. I don't think it's the greatest thing in the world, but I think we'll be grateful to have it later. Let's go to this fight first, and then we'll hit the rest site. Snake Plant is definitely not what I wanted to see today. These are trash. Couldn't even give me a good instincts or a blind. Mind Blast is one of the weakest colorless cards. Chrysalis could be literally anything, like you can even get gems from it, which is bad. The Bomb, I think, would be the best option here, so I guess I might as well take it. You can't skip this for some reason. So if we draw back to it, then we're kind of just screwed. But no big deal, I guess. I can't do Walker Claw here because I have 2 block cards I want to play instead. Okay, so if I play Planning, I'm putting basically all 3 of those into Stasis. I'm just going to get rid of Repulsor so we have both of these and not play Planning. Oh, right, we draw a card. That's good, actually. 19 block. Okay, so now we only put a Defend into Stasis. And a Sender's Bane? Oh no, it's just Defend, because we only have 1 Stasis slot. I'm gonna need that Defend, especially with the Sender's Bane in the pile. Alright, -5. Okay. Come on, Sentry Wave, really? Alright. If you're gonna be like that, I can't stop you. I guess I can go into defensive now, that's cool. Now we want to bring something back. Time Sifter is hitting Repulsor, so this is not coming up for 2 turns. It's fine, I'm going into defensive this turn, so I have enough block. I guess that means I want Piercing Hide. I could do Walker Claw and then be able to get that out in time, but both of my strength stuff is in the discard as well. We do have a Twin Slam coming up, so maybe I could just go into the Walker Claw. Because if I want to play the Twin Slam, and I'm definitely going to want to, I'll end up getting the Piercing Hide out a turn too early. But this would be just the right time. Alright, 35 block. Last card in the draw pile. Wow. I might as well just clone this, right? It'll come out next turn. That's reasonable. I could also clone Walker Claw. Yeah, I'll clone Walker Claw at 0 cost, and then we'll get plenty of damage with Piercing Hides. Yeah, okay, let's do this first. No. No, we want to do this first. Get this out, then clone it. And then we play pre-program. Okay, Curl Up, definitely not necessary, let's just get that out, maybe? Actually, with Time Sifter, that'll be coming back. So we just get a card for free unless we get rid of the bomb. Yeah, that seems reasonable. We'll get rid of the bomb. We'll draw the Curl Up, since I didn't need it anyways. Next turn we're going to have plenty of damage to kill this thing. How does it feel, Snake Plant? How does it feel to know that you only did 5 damage to me? Skill Potion. Skill Potion for my skill, and oh my gosh, it's Compile Package. You take that, and you upgrade that over resting? We have a Skill Potion now. This upgrade is huge. You get 3 upgraded cards, and they're cards of your choosing, to a certain extent. Most of the time it's going to contain a lot of damage. It can contain a bit of useful utility, and can contain a bit of block. Most of the time it's going to be damage. And we are under that 40 HP threshold that I mentioned. So now I'm a little bit nervous going into a total of 4 fights, one of which is an elite. Oh, I just realized we could fight Snecko. That would really hurt us. I guess the stasis isn't so bad because we get the cards into stasis at their original costs. We also have this to help us, and Bag of Prep, and 2 potions. I want to risk this, and by risk I mean upgrade Compile Package, but then again, like, that's kind of selling us short. Because, like I said, Compile Package is a really good upgrade. So it may just be better to upgrade it, and maybe it'll save us more HP in the long run. Let's see, what packages are there? Orb Walker, Spheric. You know what, it's probably better for me to just list them off by memory. Defect is purely stasis-related stuff. You get a time capacitor, reroute, and pre-program, like we have here. Upgrading that doesn't do very much. You have Orb Walker, which is Orb Walk, Walker Claw, and Incinerate, which is the common that accelerates. All of those getting upgraded is not very important except for Walker Claw. I guess Orb Walk is okay because we have plenty of stasis stuff to get it in, although it's a little bit haphazard. We have Clone, I guess, and Recover and Curl Up sometimes. That upgrade's not the greatest. Spheric Shield, Spheric Guardian rather, has Spheric Shield, which upgrades by 5 block and 10 brace, which is not necessary. Floating Orb goes to 0, which is really good. Harden comes in, I guess, as well. All that brace could be very useful. So that would be a good one, even though, like, you don't need all the extra block. It still helps. 3 and 7 chance to get it, though. There's also Automaton. The upgrades there would give me an upgraded Giga Beam, which is 44 damage from 38 because we have Vajra. And, you know, we only have 3 energy to play it, so... So we wouldn't be able to play, like, Piercing Hide for extra strength. That being said, we do have a strength potion. Giga Beam could, in fact, help us win the Slavers fight if we drew Compile Package a couple turns out. It also has another 0 damage orb support, 0 damage attack, sorry, 0 cost attack that does a lot of damage. 4 more. It goes from 11 to 15, I think. Something like that. It gets very large. And then also Resilient Plate Plus, which just removes exhaust, which is not necessary. That's 4 of them. You also have Donodeka, which gives you permanent strength and dex. I probably would only be taking that for the Ancient Power. There's also Shapes, which is just useless anyways. That's Repulsor, Spiker Protocol, and Exploder. Explode, I mean. Is it called Explode? Yeah, anyways. I think there's one more. We had Shape, Spirit Guardian, Orb Walker, Defect, Donodeka, Automaton. Yeah, there's one more I'm missing. Which one is it? Sentries, that's right. More sources of Weaken, I guess. Those don't need upgrades either. Okay. I think there's enough packages that don't actually get that much benefit from being upgraded in our current situation that I can just ignore it. This is usually, it really is a lot of value to upgrade, but I think resting is just better for us. We're going to see how well this does for us. Swift Strike is amazing here. We need to kill one of these, like, immediately. We got a Compile Package turn 1, which is cool. Ancients, absolutely. Right now it will help us kill one of those minions, at least. We only need the benefit from it right now, so... Ooh. I think Walker Claw's gotta go in? No, maybe it doesn't, because we have 2 energy left. We have Temporal Strike and a bunch of 0 cost attacks. Could get Floating Orbs, just to get an extra draw, because it will cost 0 and come out next turn. And if we're unlucky, Gremlin Leader will attack us, although it's 1 in 4. So I think I'll need my defense. Draw me? Okay. 12 and 12 is 24. So, unfortunately, we are going to be wasting a little bit of damage.
Yeah.
40 damage on the Walker Claw kind of hurts, but, you know. It did its job. Hey, look, it did attack. Look at that. Incredible. Let's do some Twin Slam shenanigans. Okay, take 7. I have no idea what our potion chance is right now. We fought 4 fights. I was considering using the strength potion here, and I had no potions going into the act. I don't remember using any. We've gone through 5 fights so far, and we've gotten 2 potions, so we're at 50% chance. What are the chances that that even, like, saves me HP? Like, it might not even represent 7 HP. It might represent less. Like, it already represents, like, 3.5. No, it represents half. I don't know. Skill potion could be so many things. I actually don't know if it's coded to not give you gems. It might be. I don't remember actually ever getting gems from a skill pot, but on Guardian specifically, but I may be flawed in my memory. There's 3 commons. That would be Recover, Shield Charge. Actually, we have all 3 block commons. We have Piercing Hide, Temporal Shield, and Recover. Shield Charger counts, I guess, most of the time, but not here. Then there's also Shield Spikes as an uncommon. What other block cards are there even in uncommon? There's also Spheric Shield and Rare. I feel like the chances of us getting the block card from this is actually really low. It may be more helpful as a utility potion later. And losing 7 HP right now is not a big deal. I think there's chance that we get better from this. I don't know. Skill potion is getting increasingly harder to evaluate. It's really hard on Guardian especially. Some of their characters have a decent saturation of block cards in their pool that you can usually get block. Defect is not one of them. Silent and Ironclad especially are. I think even if you whiff on Silent, you can get card draw, which is nice. If I got card draw, that wouldn't do anything? Cool. Card draw would literally just be overload, I think. I don't have temporary dexterity this turn, which hurts. I'm not going to risk it. It's a really tough call. I'll have to look through that in post, see if maybe there was a good solution for that. Recover, huh? Recover Swift Strike for next turn? That seems like a good idea. I guess I could have also done pre-programmed for control. And let's not redraw these, I guess. That's great. That's a great one to get in. Because now we don't have to draw it. Alright, give me my damage. Thank you. That's enough to kill one. Okay, we can draw Temporal Strike here, so I guess I can put any of these in. I'll get Overload since I'm not going to play that either. 8 and 8 and 6. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Oh, it's so good. Do I even want to do Sentry Wave? If she attacks again, we're not going to get weakened. Might be better to just put something else. Like maybe pre-program, just in case we get a bad draw. Yeah, that seems like a good idea. Oh, also we're closer to going into defensive. That's cool. Yeah, we don't have any zero cost race cards. Alright. Didn't attack again. That's always nice. I guess we're still going into defensive, though. Can we even do a lot of damage here? A lot of our stuff is in the discard pile. Maybe we don't go into defensive here, even though we have Piercing Hide. So we'd be missing out on 4, 8, 12, 16, 32 damage. And we already have 22, so that's 54. Bringing Gremlin Leader down to 38. We could get a kill in a couple turns. Like, if we go into defensive and she attacks next round, then we're covered, right? And then the turn after would be the one we have to worry about. But we're doing plenty of damage anyway. So let's get that damage down. Right now. I guess we are going to get to play this. Let's get Repulsor in, maybe? No, we want Temporal Shield, maybe? We want to be able to get something. I think it's Temporal Shield, because when we play Time Sifter this turn, we'll be able to get that back out next turn. Yeah. Rather than drawing this turn and shuffling the draw pile. Oh, also we have Overload? That's that's great. This does nothing for us, so... But we have Twin Slam, so whatever we put in is going to come back out. I wish there was another 0 cost in the draw pile. Just gonna get rid of the defend, I guess. Yeah, draw the planning. Draw 2 cards with that. Did I do the math wrong somehow? What even happened last turn? She was at 92. I thought I did a lot more than 38 damage. We had 32. Plus 22? That's 54. We should have done 54 damage. Did she have block on her before? I don't understand what happened there. I'll have to watch the replay. Anyways. We are hoping to draw our big boy damage card, a Walker Claw. And we did. Which means we win this turn. Great. Okay, not a bad fight. We got Bottled Flame and Ancient Potion? That's interesting. I don't think that helps us. Keeps Thorns? Great. Against Snake Plant, it gets rid of... Oh, it would help a lot against Snecko, wouldn't it? Do we even have a good attack card? Fragmented Gem? There's no way we take that. Really don't like this card. It's very weak for its rarity. Like, I find it very rare that I ever want to add attacks to cards. I don't think I want more commons either. Let's see. Attacks. Sentry Blast is interesting to have on turn 1. Oh, we fought Ironclad Watcher combo. So if we put Sentry Blast in Bottled Flame, we'll have Weaken on Niao's Divinity turn guaranteed. Which is great because we don't have something like Future Plans or Suspension to guarantee that we can put Sentry Blast or Sentry Wave back into stasis in order to change up its pattern. The main problem, of course, is putting Sentry Blast into Bottled Flame is that, you know, an innate card takes up to turn 1 draw, which is important in Act 2. But we have Bag of Prep. So that also changes things. Excuse me. Makes innate attacks a lot better. Just ask Silent and her Ring of the Snake plus Backstab. Those are pretty big. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna bottle the Sentry Blast. I hate that they rearrange these like that. Just imagine you misclick. Actually, I'm imagining I misclick and then I save and quit because of that. I think we tossed the skill potion. Wonder what was in it. Maybe it would have been a block card to help us. 50-50, I don't think it was worth ripping there. Like I said, but it was a very close call. Now, I think we take fights first before question marks. Taking fights before question marks, you can't control what happens in fights, really. Like, how much damage you have is going to be completely dependent on how well you play. But in events, if events ask for HP from you, then you can choose not to, in case you're too low. Also, full heal events, such as Gremlin Wheel, will like you to be a lower HP first, so take fights before question marks to make more informed decisions. Unless there's like there might actually be some argument against that in certain cases. Like maybe there are certain events in Act 1 that like you to actually go there first. That's interesting. Well, we have a bottled Sentry Blast. This is exactly why I took the Ancient Potion, by the way, because our deck likes being very cheap, and Snecko is going to mess very hard with that if we let him, or her, or it, or whatever. 8 damage. I don't think we want to use Purity. Snecko doesn't scale. If we just keep up the block and the damage, will be fine. It's literally just, do you die to the Confusion with 5 cards per turn? Secret Weapon. Actually, that's pretty good. Like, if we need to, we can draw Twin Slam, or if we get a good draw for damage, we can take Walker Claw. I think it's probably better than Dramatic Entrance, so I'll take this. We got Compile Package. That's funny. Use this to remove the, to remove that. I think Defect Package is actually really good. But I kind of want to wait to use it. I don't think we got anything amazing here. I think the Defect Package is best, because all 3 of these will be useful eventually, or at least 2 of them will. Meanwhile, this, I guess Resilient Plate could be good, but I really want to play my Walker Claw this turn. Yeah, let's just do this. Oh hey, it's Walker Claw. Is there any chance of us getting Floating Orbs this turn? No, we only have Temporal Shield, and I want to use my energy for Strength on Walker Claw, right? Yeah, let's just get this out next turn. I'm going to use this. I'm going to grab Walker Claw. I guess I could have used Twin Slam like I was saying I could have. No big deal. Oh! Oh my god. No! Oh, Jesus. Okay. Fuck. Alright, let's not die. I now have 2 permanent thorns. Yay. Okay, this isn't so bad. Also clone Sentry Wave for safety. That might be better. Yeah, let's do that. 6 damage a turn is not going to compare. Ah. Alright, I take 2. Fine. Okay. We're just gonna keep doing our damage, I guess, and taking more damage. Draw me a block card that costs 0, please. I will take that one. Wow. Oh, jeez. Alright. Temporal Potion. Accelerate all cards in stasis 2 times. Okay. Cool. Aquamarine. Definitely something I'd like for planning or Temporal Strike. Planning, probably. Another block card. Really like some permanent decks for this deck. We don't use a lot of defensive mode. Do I really want to put that in my deck right now? No. Okay, we got these guys to deal with now. Panache is great for this. I think we need too much control over our deck to take Mayhem, so I'm going to take Panache. Alright. Any chance of, like, a clone coming up? I don't have any way to draw it. I guess, actually, with Twin Slam? How many cards do I play? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so it wouldn't be enough. Would it? Maybe it would be. Alright, let's do this first. We got clone, we're in business. Okay, we did. I'm gonna play Time Sifter and recover. Probably Piercing Hide? Yeah, we need the block. Alright. Clone compile package. Nah. I can clone the individual package once I pick. That's perfect. I will absolutely clone that. Put me in defensive, coach. Do I have any reason to, like, need the Sentry Wave? I guess not. This could put me back into defensive. That's fine, actually. We also get another Floating Orbs out of the deal. Oh. That's great, actually. And now it kills itself. Okay. Cool. 0 damage fight? 0 damage fight. It's actually a lot better than I thought it would be. I got a regen potion. We're getting all the potions in the world. Temporal potion better than 2 strength? Yes. Because we need a way to bite to fight hallways, not boss. Amber. Put Amber in planning? That was one of the things I was considering earlier. Would I want to keep it for that? Take another repulsor. Nah. Amber's cool and all. I do think that we have better options available to us. Alright, let's just get rid of the strength and put the regen in. It's another shop. Interesting. Well, I know this will get us 14 HP right now if I use it. Dark Shackles I cannot keep until next turn unless I got really lucky. I can do Mayhem? I can do Mayhem. Yeah, why not? We'll do it this time. We don't need that much control over the deck. Also, we got a good turn for a 2-cost card. 4 of these cards cost 0. And by 4, I mean Twin Slam, Second Slam, Temporal Strike, and Sentry Blast. I will be playing Mayhem last for... so I can actually have the energy to play the Twin Slam and everything. And yeah, 14 out of 15 HP is fine, especially if we get another another potion here. I was looking at this. Let's do this. Okay. Now we can do that. And then this. Do the damage again. And then play Mayhem, I guess? Yeah. Alright, we gotta deal with 25 damage incoming now. Fortunately, we have Sentry Wave. And Defend. That's great. That's a great job. Don't have any way to accelerate right now, so I don't have to worry about turn order. I don't want to draw Walker Claw right now. Right? I'll wait till next turn. I guess I won't have strength then, but it's fine. We have more than enough damage right now. We don't need this anymore, so I'll draw the Defend. And just play our defense. Can we get the kill here? It'd be great if we got the kill here. Oh my. Interesting. I was thinking of doing something like clone the Orb Walk, then Incinerate. That costs 2 though, and I have a Walker Claw that I'd like to play. This is the way to do the most damage here. I'm thinking more clone the Walker Claw, then use Time Sifter, and then if I hit Twin Slam, I get more damage back. I don't think any of these help me right now. They're not cheap enough. Like the Floating Orbs would be 0. Orb Walk would be a lot better to put into Stasis and then get back out if it was upgraded. I do have this potion, but I want to keep it more than I want to use it. I guess I'll take the Orb Walker package and not play it. Then I can redraw into it. Oh right, I can't Time Sifter and clone. That's important. You know what? I'm gonna do this. Yeah, I don't know why I did that part, but I guess it happened. 43 damage, can we do it? That helps. And that's the game. Thank you, Mayhem. Cool. 360 to work with. Garnet, personal favorite gem of mine. Not that great here. Okay, maybe it's good, but one turn is kind of difficult to make work. Or maybe it's not. It would be difficult to make work with the cards we have. We're not planning sometimes. I might even get rid of it, to be honest. It was good for Ironclad. Now it's just kind of too haphazard to actually use. We could also take another clone. That I would actually not be opposed to. Clone has been doing some very good things for us here. We have Accelerate in order to get stuff back out as well. I would even consider upgrading the clones at some point to get extra value out of our cloned cards. Yeah, let's take another one. Medkit is not what I'm looking for here. Strawberries there. I am going to need 300 gold by the time we hit a campfire in Act 3. Ink Bottle's actually very interesting here. Could net us about a card every turn. Also, card remove on that planning would be a good idea now, I think. You Are Mine is a good card. I'm not liking these Guardian cards in the top there. So I think it's between Ink Bottle, You Are Mine, and card remove. And I can buy all of them. Only problem, of course, would be budgeting for the keys in Act 3. I have no guarantees where the campfires would be. I get 75 gold from the boss, guaranteed, and around 15 from this guy. So that's 90. Sorry, 90. We'd have 92 goldish because we're gonna have 2 gold if we buy all 3 of these things. Is You Are Mine actually that good here? We would need a lot of damage in order for the vulnerable to actually be worth it, and we do a lot of setup. So it may actually not be a good idea. Because if our deck is too slow, then the vulnerable is going to wear off. The weaken, not so much, since we have a Sentry Blast, and that will double the length, at least. Okay, I think we can ignore You Are Mine. Card remove versus Ink Bottle. With how many cards we can play in a turn, Ink Bottle draws a very decent amount. The question is it worth 268 gold? And if it is, would we be able to buy the card remove? That would put us at 103. Then after the boss, we'll be at around 200. 200 sounds very comfortable, actually. Going into Act 3, we can gain 100 gold somewhat easily before a campfire, I believe. I'm not sure how the campfire generation goes. Knowing how that works would be very important. I don't know if there's like a minimum number of campfires that can go on a map. I don't know how they're calculated to be placed. I haven't seen a single map without a campfire, that's for sure. So I would imagine there has to be a route with one. I guess that being said, the green key route could be very dubious. Green key route could absolutely scam us out of any campfires. So we need to keep a lot of gold. I think we buy this. I'm actually somewhat confident that that will pay off. But we don't buy the card remove. Alright, Snake Plant. You're not attacking? But great. Let me draw a card then, maybe? Yeah. The better I'm set up, the better we'll end up. Okay, we're doing the Clone Twin Slam combo here, since we know that goes even. Also, Temporal Strike does damage. Also, I might as well shuffle now. No, I want to do it after. That was a lot of damage. And I guess I don't play this since Ink Bottle's on 9, and we have 0 energy. Okay, useless card, that's fine. I guess Dramatic Entrance could have been okay, but it was not to be. Giga Beam would win the game for us right now. That's awesome. Thank you. We're weak, but we still do enough damage. And I want to play as many cards as I can. Take up Ink Bottle. And we know we're still going to be able to do it with enough damage. Alright, 0 damage Snake Plant. Thank you. Still don't need any of these. We've gotten so many commons this game. I can't believe how many commons. Also, after this fight, I'm taking a break. It's been too much. Also, that rest earlier for 21, if we hadn't made that mistake at Stecco, we'd have a lot more HP. Maybe it wasn't necessary to rest after all. I don't really know how I could have known that, but, you know, it is what it is. Let's see. Panacea would likely just end up giving me thorns. I know. Impatience. We have Twin Slam. Like, we only have, like, a few cards, right? Sentry Blast, Walker Claw, Twin Slam, and Temporal Strike. So Impatience could actually be good. Jack of all trades is also an option. I'm actually liking the Jack of all trades more than I like the Impatience here, so I'm going to do it. Okay, another big combo turn. Can I get like a Panacea Panache? I would like a Panache. That certainly is a dramatic entrance. I'm getting another Twin Slam. Alright, we're getting another draw off ink bottle, so I'm hoping that it's not something too bad. Oh, hey, that's great, actually. Yeah, give me that. And we almost drew back to 10 again. Crazy. Ink bottle's gonna do so much for us here. Okay, let's pre-program. Or do I recover? Covering Twin Slam was an idea, but they're going to come out... No, it's going to come out next turn. Yeah, it's still really good. I'm going to just do that now, then. Now we're going to draw 2. I'd like both Piercing Heights. Oh, I don't get to put Sentry Wave back into Stasis? I should have thought of that. I guess the card manipulation was too important anyways. Do we even care about Sentry Wave, Sentry Blast? Probably not. I'll just do this for extra draw next turn. Okay. More Thorns. Cool. We've done more damage than I thought we would, actually. Very interesting. Oh, right, I have 2 clones, so now I can do that. And then we can go even further. Probably want to play this, too. Oh, yeah. I don't mind discarding a 1 card, so I'm going to just do this. I guess I should have drawn first. Oh well. Do the damage. All the damage. Let's not draw a card here in case it's Walker Claw. I only have 1 energy for it. You know, 4? No, just 3 Twin Slams. Still fun though. I know I'm weak. Put something into Stasis. Walker Claw would have been nice to have this turn, but we're not going to be able to get it. I guess we do this? No, it doesn't matter. The strength isn't going to do anything. We'd rather draw it, right? Rather than put it into Stasis. Yeah, that makes sense. We'll put Walker Claw in, I guess. With the number of Twin Slams we have now, there's a very high chance that we get that out next turn. Oh yeah, we just have this now, too. I want to play this? Or no? I guess we'd redraw it and a brace card were good, but other than that, we're taking a defend out of the pile. There's enough Twin Slams that we can probably just get this defend out on a command anyway, so this is better. Oh, right, we also have Time Sifter. Alright, let's do planning things. Okay, that's fine. We will get the Piercing Hideout in time. Let's do more damage. Get to defend, 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 defend. I think I want to draw into curl up here. Yeah, there we go. Gives us 10 block. We need another 9. Might as well just take the guarantee rather than... We're going to draw a card here. That's less than ideal. But whatever. Okay, it was the worst card. Great. That makes me happy. Alright. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to do much damage this turn. She's going to have plenty of block, and she'll be intangible. Yet, like, what is even the point of having 24 block on this turn? Okay. Walker Claw? No. Okay. Let's put planning in. Temporal Shield. I'm gonna bring it out and then put more stuff. Perfect. That's what you like to see. Put Twin Slam back into stasis. Play all of this. And that, I guess. So it does 1 damage. Nope, never mind. Still intangible. 1 block. That's all she needs. Okay. Let's do some real damage here. Give me something for stasis? Yeah, okay. Good enough. Oh, right, I could have thought about Ink Bottle a bit, I guess. I wonder if this goes infinite, eventually. Now that I think about it. Four, 5, 6, 7's close enough. Cool. Okay, another Citrine. Or Stasis Engine. Stasis Engine, I think, is the answer we've been looking for our energy problems. And of course, getting an extra draw doesn't hurt either. Citrine. Another Citrine's not bad, but not what I'm looking for here. It is absolutely Stasis Engine. I think even Stasis Strike is not needed here with the amount of Accelerate we have. We've just been cloning these Twin Slams over and over. So yeah. Although I guess Twin Slam doesn't count as a 0-cost card, huh? I think we still have enough, though. Oh my. Okay. I am very tired from 2 hours of playing 2X. This deck is difficult to pilot. It takes a lot of thinking. It's definitely come together in the last couple of, last half of the last act. But I need a break. So I'm going to contemplate these two. It's probably just Guardian Gear. I think we have more than enough card manipulation for Runic Pyramid. Yeah, I'm just going to take Guardian Gear. And we're going to move on to the map. And then this is where I will catch up with you. Hey, we got Defect. That's like the best one we could get. We don't have to deal with Silence Thorns in Act 4 or Hermit's Curses in Act 4. Buffer is not going to hurt us at all. We have such big damage combos that it's just not going to matter. Alright, I'll see you again in just a second. And we're back. Alright. I didn't explain this before we took our break, so let me just bring that up real quick. This is Guardian's upgraded Starter Relic, and it is really strong, as you will see probably very shortly. Begin each combat in defensive mode, which persists for 3 turns. This means that you will be getting 10 block every turn, and you will have, and you won't lose block in between those turns. And if you have any protocols, you get the benefits for them on those first 3 turns. which is great because a major weakness of the protocol cards is that you can't consistently get their bonuses. They happen for one turn and then you're out of defensive. Also, a big part of this is the fact that it does not increase your brace requirement to enter defensive. So you will still require 20 brace in order to enter defensive for another turn. So that makes this just very, very strong. So before restarting, I did a little bit of review. We fought Ironclad and Watcher, which means we're going to have to watch out for that combo in Act 4. And we did get Defect, our best boss for Act 3. Or rather for Act 4, I guess, since it's not Thorns, which would hurt our deck because we're attack-oriented, with Floating Orbs, Twin Slam, Walker Claw, Sentry Blast. And also we didn't get Hermit, although we do have a Repulsor, so, you know, still can't hurt to have one less source of bad cards in the deck. So, let's plan out our path here. We still need to get our green key. We budgeted last act for our for all three of our keys since we killed the merchant. So I don't think we want to hit this, since we need 300 gold by the time we hit this campfire down here, which is the only option, by the way. But it's still a good path, thankfully. We're probably going to have somewhere around, this is 105, 135, so we could maybe spend 135 gold here. That being said, that's not very much to go into a shop with anyway, so I will be avoiding the shop and going probably into these question marks. Yeah, let's do that. I'm going to break the Sapphire, and in fact, I'm going to recall, maybe? Sorry, not going to break anything. I could also upgrade Compile Package. I don't think that's 100% necessary yet. Maybe we just go this run without upgrading it. I remember doing the analysis before the break, I mean. Not last episode. Yeah, I'll gain a reward. Remove a card. I love how these match the original event for Designer and Spire without the costs, because then you get stuff like this and this together. Upgrade 2 random cards. That's an interesting option. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just full service. So now, what do we want to remove? Did we even want to remove here? Maybe we didn't. Maybe we remove Temporal Strike. Oh wait, we wanted to remove Planning. That works out perfectly. Pre-Program Plus is a very good one to get an upgrade on. Just leaving this here so you can read it. Okay, Darkening Event. That's a thing sometimes. I'll take Deep Breath, thanks. You're gonna be very safe for a few turns. Right, that gives me energy back. This is very orange for an energy gem. That's what threw me off. We're gonna go for this guy on the right first. Guess I should do that. I guess I should have done those first. But I guess next turn it'll be still perfectly fine to do so. We're gonna get both of those Twin Slams back, and we're gonna probably make some sort of combo with it. Stasis Engine is great here. Next card we draw is Recover. Let's make that Piercing Hide. Okay. Now that we have these two cards, they're both generating energy here, so we don't have to worry about having one energy to play them. I'll get us a little bit closer to our next defensive. Yeah, this deck is creating combos more than I thought it would be able to, which is great. Giga Beam here. Yeah. Right. Stasis Engine always comes first. If you put cards into your hand of any kind, that will always come first. We don't need any more block cards now. The Shield Spikes Plus is very tempting, but with Guardian Gear, block cards become a lot less necessary, and we've already taken 4 extra ones. So yeah, I don't think we need that. It does hurt to pass up on that card, but I think between the fact that we have so much block already and the fact that it costs 2, we're good to skip it. Going left here, and then going down. What's our fight here? Okay. Mayhem could end up hitting Spiker with an attack. That's not what we want. So I'm going to do a Discovery. Stasis Engine is not viable here. We have not enough. Well, maybe we get a block card from this of some kind. Future Plans? Future Plans is nice. I kind of like this Orb Walk more, though. I really don't want to take damage here if I don't have to. Don't want to draw Clone here, so let's get a card that actually draws cards. In fact, it draws us 3. Compile Package. We don't have a reliable way to put Orb Walk into Stasis. If we got Curl Up upgraded, that would be great. Let's take the Orb Walker package. These are all 10 damage apiece. I have Thorns, though? Okay. Perfect, then. Oh, shouldn't have played that. Okay. Orb Walk is here. I don't really care. Yeah, we're good. Don't go to the shop. 16. Okay. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 attacks, right? And we're drawing one immediately, but it's free. We could use the impatience. What sources of vulnerable do we have? 0? Let's take this. In fact, I can even clone the trip. Seems like a good idea. Just keep the vulnerable going. Let's get repulsor into, because I don't want to draw it. Okay. Alright, taking 7 is less than ideal, but it probably isn't too bad. Okay, also less than ideal, but we'll be fine. Get another floating orbs in. We're going to be drawing multiple cards here. We'll do that. Okay, now this. Interesting. I do want to get rid of both of these. Six, 7, 8, 9 is 30, so we will not be able to break that block again if I do that. Yeah, it's not great. Alright. Should be getting a kill very soon. Man, the number of cards we draw every turn is insane. Almost. Okay, want to take up pen nib again? Six, 7, 8, and 9. Cool. Amber. That'd be a great gem to have. On Temporal Strike, I guess? Should I still look for better? There's not much better. There's like Quartz and that's it. Quartz would certainly make it a good card, but Amber does something very similar. Quartz and Amber both are trying to get cards for you. It's just that Quartz does it better. We're about to hit a campfire. Yeah. Might as well. Now our upgrade. We got a few options. I know we've been talking about compile package multiple times, but we have clones, stasis engine, curl up is another option. Getting targeted stasis on curl up would be great. We have one more campfire this act, and of course we are free to upgrade now that we have gotten the red key already. So we're looking at 3 upgrades for the rest of the run, including this one. Clone, compile package, stasis engine, curl up. I don't think compile package is too important, but you know, it's always nicer to have it than not to. We are still on 3 energy, so Giga Beam doesn't matter. I'm trying to go through all this in my head again since it was before the break that I went through them. Spirit Guardian makes another floating orbs free. That's the big thing for that. Giga Beam does more damage. Shapes, we get a repulsor at 1 less cost. Sentry package doesn't matter much. You get a little bit extra brace, but you're probably just going to use it once with this much stasis. Donu Deca, you get to keep some of your strength in decks, which is nice. Defect doesn't really change much. I guess more stasis slots is good for our deck, even with the accelerate. I don't think we'll have any shortage of ways to put stuff into stasis. We got Sentry, Spirit Guardian, Donu Deca, Automaton, Shapes, Defect. And I'm missing one again. Orb Walker, right? That upgrades to Orb Walk so that you can put it into stasis and get it for 2 more strength. Walker Claw hits 1 more time, Incinerate just does 1 more damage. You know what, I think we can go without compile package. I kind of just upgraded in the past because it was raw value, but we don't really need anything specific from it this time. Yeah, I think most of the time we're just looking for it to do a lot of stuff for us. Here it's a lot more of a supplement than an actual carrying card. So I think we need to look more at the other cards. Sorry for taking so long to think about this. I know I already did that earlier. I might have to take more notes during these. I don't know how to recognize when I do that, but maybe I'll figure it out as we go. Stasis Engine is especially popping out to me because I want to be able to get that bonus energy and draw as fast as possible. Clones accelerating is probably not important enough. Curl up might be important. Is it important to get Stasis Engine upgraded before our elites? That's a pretty big question. It would improve our turn 2, which is actually really important against Reptomancer, and even against Nemesis. We can hit for 45. The big hit there. Actually, I guess it'll be 33. We do also have safety on turn 1 with our Guardian Gear. Okay, I do think that this is important enough to upgrade right now, and we can wait to upgrade Curl Up later, even though I know it'll be useful. I think this will definitely give us better stuff. Can't become weakened? Yes, please. It's actually great. Super Giant Head with more max HP. More max HP on Giant Head equals more fun, if you're not scared of him. I don't think Magnetism's the answer here, because we only have 3 energy on turn 1. And I want to play Stasis Engine. That being said, if I got lucky, I could play both Stasis Engine and Magnetism, but I don't think I'm going to. It's also forethought. I think Jack of all trades is better. Okay, we also have a clone in hand. Clone is certainly making things very interesting. I'm glad I took it. I'm glad I took two of them even. Do we clone the stasis engine? That actually doesn't seem like a bad idea for this fight. The more scaling power we have, the better off we will be. Although I guess I should have considered doing Temporal Strike before anything else. Okay, that drew first, just like usual. Get this in, maybe? Just to get it out of the draw pile. Yeah, as usual. Okay, now I can do this. Accelerate that once. I do want Sentry Blast in, so I can't recover anything. So I'm just going to play Piercing Hide, maybe? You can do Time Sifter, I don't think that's necessary. If I get Bonfire Spirits, I may even get rid of Time Sifter, which is kind of strange to think about, but it makes sense. Defect is actually really good right now. Spirit Guardian is good. We don't need Defect in order to proc our Stasis Engine this turn, since Compile Package counts as 2 0-cost cards already, and we have Sentry Wave and Floating Orbs for 4 total, and we only need 3. Maybe this is better, actually, just for more damage and another emergency card to block. Yeah, alright. We don't get to use Clone yet. That's fine. Maybe I should anyways. It's a really good one. Yeah, okay. I'll wait to redraw to Sentry Wave then. We don't need it just yet. Okay. Requires 20 or more block? Sure. I will use those cards. Alright. Let's do some damage. Right. Recover. I'll recover Twin Slam. Great. I can't be weakened. I have no way to put anything into stasis in this hand, so I can't get a benefit from this or from this. That being said, I do have block. Forgot I hadn't played enough cards yet there, but that's fine. I'll put this in for next turn. I'll play Sentry Wave here, as we drew back to it, and put that into Stasis. Okay, some kind of accelerate would be great here. That's great. I think we're safe this fight. Absolutely. This turn should absolutely be a kill. We'll have no problem. Yep, and that's 8 and 9. Great. Okay, easy fight. No thanks. And I'm going to take more events, but I'm still going to avoid the shop for now. I was hoping to avoid the shop for now. Okay, so what's the minimum gold we could get? 40? So we have 137 to spend here. Which means we can't buy a relic. Which is fine because they're not great anyways. I guess Abacus could be good. I think card remove is great, as long as we have something we actually want to remove. Maybe Temporal Strike isn't as good anymore. I did just socket it, but yeah, I don't feel too broken up about getting rid of it. We have also seen Impatience a couple times from Toolbox, and getting rid of an attack would make that a lot easier to use. We could remove Defends at this point. It's actually not bad. I can see myself removing a Defend. Yeah, I was hoping to look into some kind of deck scaling, but since we got Guardian gear, the upgraded starter relic, we don't need defense as much. We're going to be looking into Bracing War, maybe? Or maybe I'm just influenced by the Sphere packages from our last couple of fights. Yeah, I don't think defense are completely necessary, so let's remove one. Maybe we'll get enough gold by next act to get one more remove. There's also an Emerald Gem, which I happened to miss, but we don't have a socket for it anyway. Unless I took, like, Prismatic Spray or Prismatic Barrier. So yeah. Guess we're moving on. Whew, okay. We don't have the energy for this, it's going to be Finesse. Okay, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. Do I want a card out this turn? No, I'm going to have enough damage. I can do Walker Claw then, get it out for free next turn. That seems like a good idea. We now have 2 energy, which means I can play Compile Package. Defect seems like a great one to have for this fight. 4 control means more damage on turns when we really need it. I guess we're getting Piercing Hide now, too. Now we'll get Repulsor in. Then I'll play Time Sifter, Time Capacitor. Okay. Not the best thing, but not the worst thing either. There's so many options of things to do. I don't really see clear answers here. I don't think it'll matter too much. I guess once we come out of defensive mode, it'll matter a bit, but we're okay for now. Should have done pre-program first, so that's okay. Okay. Right, that comes first. Don't need recover. No, we'll wait. We exit defensive now, but going back in would be great. That's good. If we can go back into defensive one more turn, we'll win for sure. That being said, I'm not really worried anyways. We have a lot of damage on our side. Did that really just... No, that was Stasis Engine. And yes, I do want to draw Curl up, as usual. And I want to draw one more thing too. Yeah, we'll do this. Because I can use Temporal Shield and Twin Slam. And all that. To get it out. There we go. This is a very ridiculous combo. Dang. Seven, 8, 9. Hit me. I don't care. Cool. Don't think we need a shield charger, or our defense is more than enough right now. The only problem with this build is that it takes forever, but yeah, can't be too picky. Finesse exists, Swift Strike exists. Which should I rather have? Probably something with card draw, so I don't brick. I would have liked to draw that next turn, but we can still make it work. Thanks, Stasis Engine. Alright, let's get some weaken. Attack for 45? Yeah, you're attacking for 45. Actually, I lied, you're attacking for 33. Let's get this in. Let's do it again. Okay. Oh, I don't have the space for it. Okay. Well, I guess I'll just play it. Or, actually, I should probably walk. Get some brace there. Also play Time Sifter so I get this out faster. And by out, I mean strength. I should have played a block card. running through these burns is just as important as exhausting them, because we cannot keep up. Alright, curl up, you have a 1 in 5 to hit Walker Claw, please do it. Oh my gosh. Sometimes the luck is on your side. All of our good cards are in the draw pile. Draw me a strength card, please. Okay. Try it again, I guess. These are all strength dumps. That's kind of different, though. There we go. We do a very surprising amount of damage. Weak potion? Is that even necessary at this point? I think these are better. Stasis strike. Yeah, sure. That's actually a lot better than taking defect package. We scale up pretty slowly, so this is perfect. I think. Right, we also have ceramic fish, that's interesting. Of course, there's no way to tell how many cards we're going to be taking in Act 3, so... Right, time shifter. Sorry. Stasis engine. Okay. They're all attacking? It's probably important to remember. This isn't enough to put us into defensive. Just the curl up. So, I gotta play this. Okay. Can we get the kill this turn? We don't have 3-0 costs, so it looks like no. Actually, we do. Because of thorns. Thorns save us. Amazing. I just got rid of you, so no thanks. There's our emerald key. Here's our next upgrade. I discussed upgrading Clone and Compile Package and Repulsor because it could get cheaper. Curl Up was one. Right. Curl Up was definitely one. I think we definitely want Control now. discovery here, I think. Hand of Greed can do a lot of damage to one of these, but I think getting a card here is important. Because it'll cost 0. Check that out. Looks like I'm not going to be able to play Stasis Engine, but that's fine. Because I'm just going to clone this twice. I guess I should have played Temporal Strike. But again, it's fine. None of these do anything right now. Take that for later. Alright, we lose a buffer, but that's fine. We do have the ability to kill one of these. And I'll hit this so that it dies to thorns. I guess I could use a potion here, but that's fine. We still have one buffer stack left after this. This goes down to 18, so that's 27. That's still not enough. Eh. Doesn't really matter. Now it matters a bit. But we have a kill anyways. Can I block one of these hits? Well, obviously I can if I use Walker Claw, but... yeah. Get rid of our bad card. We'll lose our last buffer. We have 6 strength already, that's pretty much all we needed. I tell you, this toolbox, very good. Very good stuff. Incinerate? Yeah. Ink Bottle's starting to come at a little bit more time. Poor timing. Words are hard. Yeah. I am willing to take the damage on my block. It looks like I have enough damage here. 16, 16, 18 is 50. 42, and then that'll be one more. Yeah. Also, we get Orb Slam. Okay. Cool. That's really good as well, maybe? Yeah, we have a couple sources of strength. Resilient Plate. Keep the strength permanently? Is it necessary? It would need an upgrade for it to remain relevant, and we already do a lot of stuff that can win us the game without needing to take another card. So I think we skip. Alright. We get to choose our hand here. Alright, now we're not drawing cards, but now we don't need the block. Let's put a clone into stasis. We're back at 9. Would like to get a kill on that back jawworm now, for sure. This is 24? Great, perfect. Go into defensive another turn? Sure. We'll bring back Twin Slam as well. Might as well. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, good enough. Nope. Even Crystal Ray, nope. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 gems. 22 damage plus strength. Nope. Alright. Now, here's what we gotta do against Defect. Thankfully, we're already in defensive mode, so that makes things a little bit easier, but we need to not play our powers for the first 2 turns. And we need to spend time gaining enough block. That'll do it. To survive at next turn. I'll play Harden as well. Right, so it's going to be 52. Yeah, we don't have enough block even after all that, but that's fine. Oh, we have a temporary HP. That's even better. Great. And what's even better is that we can use the weak this turn. We can't play Walker Claw because we need to play our block cards. It's fine though. What do we want to bring back now? Floating Orbs? Third Floating Orbs? Stasis Engine? Stasis Engine. Now when we draw Twin Slam, we'll get that out and we'll play that. Get another Twin Slam. Reprogram. I guess I didn't need to do that. Maybe should have waited to do that, but oh well, we have 3 0 costs still. Right. Cool. Maybe the Stasis Strike isn't actually doing a lot for us. $22.38 incoming. Okay. Just keep doing our damage. Get that one back. More strength. Got a lot incoming. Harden actually gets us back into defensive anyway, so might as well. 30. Yep. Now we drop 2, and we got defense anyways? Okay. Definitely hoping for that. And we did it. Now we just have this guy. Panic would be nice later. Guess I can use Fourth Thought on turn 1 without all the extra draw. Seems fine. Ancient Package, cool. Let's do that. Yeah, let's get our scaling on the bottom of the deck. Can't hurt to have more. And we will likely have enough block next turn for the bomb, so I didn't play the defend, I played the other thing. Alright, this will be interesting. Put the repulsor in, we'll go back into defensive for another 10 block. Start playing our other cards. get back again? Okay. Just keep convoying. Not playing that. We still have an artifact charge here, so I'm going to use it on overload. We have 8 left. We didn't draw a curl up? Okay, that means we're going to have to do this. Recover the piercing hide. Get it out of stasis. Go back in defensive. Okay. Maybe there was a world in which we actually just got a kill there, but, you know, this is the safe route. We have 19 temporary HP. Wow. I am going to do this. Now when we play this, Stasis Engine will proc first, and then we'll get to choose. I guess we won't get to choose, never mind. We'll at least get to draw through some better cards, so there's that. 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't care. We're gonna play so many cards on turn 1 anyways. Okay. You know, this run is very satisfying. It just takes a long time to actually play through the cards. If I had other mods, I know there are mods that can actually speed up the pace of the game that I may be able to use, but we're in the standalone version of Downfall, so I can't add other mods. Also, I went down to 30 FPS for the sake of not having lag issues, but I may be able to try and go back now, because I've not had lag issues for a long time. Alright. Playing Piercing Hide first here actually matters, because now I can do Panacea, and then the strength will always come on. The temporary strength will always expire first. Temporary Thorns expires after the enemies take their turn. Meanwhile, temporary strength expires at the end of your turn. I'm going to go for Defect here first. So now we keep that 2 strength. I hope we get some 0 cost next turn. I am now just noticing that a weakness of Stasis Engine is draw, as well as number of 0 costs in the deck. So it is actively works against curses. I'll have to remember that for the future, especially whenever it comes to Hermit, because there will be a lot of curses. Alright, let's do this. We're still doing it. Wow. The sheer amount of damage that I was just able to do is incredible. I guess that would have been nice a little bit earlier. Okay, we'll do this. Get the floating orbs and time sifter. We'll draw back to those other cards. Draw the spheric shield? Yeah, I'd like to go back into defensive. I'd also like to not draw the egg key. Because I think I just... Oh wait, I don't have Repulsor to play yet. Okay. I guess I put Harden in? That's fine. Oh wait, I have Twin Slam. There we go. Anyways, up next is Ironclad. I don't think we need to go back into defensive just yet, so I wanted to do more damage. Okay, this is their buff turn, which is great. Recover Twin Slam yet again. This deck does so much damage. This is why we didn't need the Resilient Plate to keep our temporary debuffs as buffs. Although we do use compile package sometimes, we just combo so much that it doesn't even matter. Where are we keeping this extra strength from, by the way? I know we kept 2 of it, and we had 3 to begin with. Where's the extra 3 coming from? How did we get that extra 3? Maybe we'll find out in these next few plays. Currently trying to tick up Pendant again. Sorry, not Pendant, Ink Bottle. I'm going to be debuffed next turn, so I can afford to play... I'm fine with 7. We just got 2 extra strength. Right, it was because of Piercing Hide. We don't have any way to keep that strength. I still don't know what happened there. Still don't have any sockets for gems. Emergency is interesting, but not needed. I don't need any of these, I don't think. Garnet? Maybe Garnet's actually good here. We combo so much damage that even like a free Garnet would be fine. Yeah, let's take it. Let's have an unsocketed Garnet in the deck. Alright, we have 150 for a card remove. Or I can spend another 100 gold making another one of these. Which would be funny, but not necessary. Maybe I get rid of that Stasis Strike I just added, huh? Didn't actually turn out to be that great. Yeah, it helps a little bit. These defenses are absolutely worse. It just doesn't feel good to have that card when it does nothing. Alright, our last upgrade is probably just going to be Repulsor. Yeah. Make sure to draw it. If we draw it on turn 1, I want to be able to play it 100% of the time with our Stasis Engine. so let's do it. Chrysalis could make for some very interesting combos. Metamorphosis could also make for some interesting combos. Whew. I don't think we need any more deck bloat, so let's just take a card that gets rid of itself. Okay, we did not draw the right card here. And by the right card, I mean Repulsor. At least not yet. We have a chance. We also have a chance to draw a zero-cost card. That's another hit. Also, I'm going to use this now to start our combo. Let's see, what do we got here? Oh good, Repulsor is very, very close. I can't get it quite yet, but I can get close. Actually, I can get it, can't I? If I do that. So now I can get it out of stasis with our twin slams and second slams. Put something else into stasis? Probably the clone? Clone makes sense. Because I want to get it back when we get our twin slams back in hand. And also if I get a haunted in the same hand as this, I won't be able to use it, so. Play Repulsor. I guess we had Ink Bottle queued as well. Despite all those card plays, we've only done 25 damage to Niao. That doesn't bode particularly well. Makes me glad I took the Garnet, though. That's for sure. Okay. I don't want to play Temporal Strike. What curse did we just get rid of? Icky? Cool. Again, I want to get back our good card. The same turn. Bronze package for Resilient Plate specifically. We could also take this for even more Repulsor. I don't really like any of these. Maybe Orb Support is also good. We do still have 3 energy, technically. We wouldn't be able to play Giga Beam and Resilient Plate, right? No, we would. We would be able to, because I have a Stasis Engine in play. So that's actually great. Let's do that. Okay, we got Flawed. Which is maybe not the worst thing in the world. I don't mind losing Temporal Strike. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Let's do the damage. We gotta win somehow. Also, getting rid of our debuffs is great. Here. I guess when Curl Up's not around, that's there to do the job. Draw me Bewildered? Okay, that wasn't the greatest card to lose, but we'll manage. 2 voids, ouch. Okay, got rid of Bewildered, that's good actually. We do need to get rid of this Flawed. Let's draw Twin Slam, please. That's Giga Beam. How about we draw it now? How about now? Can't win. Can't get what we want. Is there something better to clone here? Maybe Walker Claw? No, we still want to do our shenanigans. So I guess I'll still leave that unsocketed, or unplayed. I'm going to put Void into stasis here, so that we don't have to suffer the downside. We're going to do this. So that we reshuffle with all those in the draw pile. Reprogram. Okay, we're not quite there yet. Recover is perfect though, so I'd like to have that next turn. Temporal Shield is good. I think I'll put Walker Claw into stasis, just because we're not going to be able to play it immediately. Oh right, we draw a card. Okay. Time Sifter it is then. Just doing that for a bit of extra brace. I have an extra stasis slot. That's not from Stasis Strike. I think that was a bug from Temporal Potion. That can happen sometimes. It gives you an extra stasis slot for no reason. It's an unavoidable bug, so we're just gonna roll with it. Okay. Give me Clone, please. Thank you. Now I'm gonna clone the 0-cost Twin Slam, and we're gonna do a ton of damage here. I don't know if we can afford the Giga Beam per se, but it's very tempting. Get rid of both the buffers. Play the Twin Slam to get 2 extra strength. Now we recover the 1 Twin Slam. Get it back out. Then I guess we do this. Yeah, this is fine. Okay, we've damage capped me out. I think that's good. Although the amount of cards that we play is not great for our strategy. Or not great for winning with this strategy, I guess. Let's get another Twin Slam into stasis. Drew that, that's great. Play this Twin Slam. Recover. Twin Slam. And we are going to finish with Giga Beam this turn unless we damage cap again, which is possible. This is 69, wow. Like... Yeah, that's good. Now we skip this turn, which maybe was not a great idea. Because now we got this to deal with. Oh boy. Okay, Temporal Shield, perfect. That's a start. Did we skip Stone Calendar? Because of that? I wonder if that's going to go off this turn, like it's supposed to. Okay. Okay, I'm definitely a little nervous about this. That said, we do get Sentry Wave out, so that's great. We do still need to do damage here, so I'm thinking about just taking the HP damage. How much are we taking here? 47, so that's 27? We would need a little bit more to go into defensive right now. Okay. I'll put Walker Claw in then. Block. Okay. Back in defensive. We actually blocked for most of that. That's pretty cool. I'm definitely willing to let this stasis strike go. This is still flashing, so I think we just ended up skipping that. And this is going to be our finisher card, so I'm just going to do that now. 7, 8, 9. Actually, hopefully it'll be our finisher card. We might damage cap again when we get the chance to kill. Cool. Especially with that buffer and 20 block. Garnet helps a bit, at least. Okay. It's getting closer. 1. 2. 15 and 63 is not enough. So it looks like we're going to have to just settle for this damage. Alright, and then we'll kill this turn. Which is good. Drawing that is great. Yeah. And now this is actually going to be our finisher. GG. What a run. Whew, that one was really long. I don't think I've ever had a run quite like that. I've done stasis shenanigans before, but not in an attack-oriented way like we just had. That was very cool, in my opinion. Damage combos are always very satisfying. Also, I do not regret socketing that Amber into the Twin Slam. Okay. So what to say about this run? Ironclad 1 was obviously our first boss. Made the first act very difficult. We didn't find a lot of good cards to use there, and I think we were very, very close to dying. How much did we survive on? 4 HP, right. 17 damage in 17 turns. A lot of things came together for us to win that one. Getting an early repulsor especially, I think. And also the fire pot that dropped randomly at this final fight. Without those, I think we would have lost. I'm actually very interested about how this first act would have gone if I had not... sorry, not how the first act would have gone. I'm interested to see if there was a better way to play that first act, because there was definitely a very decent amount of luck involved with winning that act. That being said, we took every fight we could, except maybe campfires in this one. Merchant. Well, the Merchant was still a fight. I think we got as many card rewards as possible. I don't know if we could have done any better. I'm glad the deck came together in the end like it did, because it ended up being very fun. Yeah, everything had its place. The clone cards, which I'm usually not too big a fan of, came in very clutch with creating a big damage combo with our Twin Slam. The Stasis engine was a big piece. Compile package kind of conked out at the Niao fight, but ultimately it didn't actually need the upgrade. Stasis Strike was unnecessary, I guess. Being able to just do damage consistently with our 3 strength over and over and over got us the win. I think this 3 strength was especially important against Niao, because she heals 3 HP for every card. So having all that strength was very important. Yeah, buying Ink Bottle was really funny. I don't think I've ever bought Ink Bottle before on anyone ever. And of course, Guardian Gear being a very strong boss relic was a great pick. Deck played a lot of cards for 3 energy, but I guess if you're going to play a deck, if you're going to play a lot of cards in a turn, it doesn't really matter how much energy you have. So yeah, that's going to be it. I'm tired again, even though I had a break in the middle. So I'm going to call it here. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you later.